Hi, this is Dinesh Chabra. I'm a lead HCM solution architect with JUPITEC based in Perth, Australia. Thanks for joining us at Oracle Taleo Enterprise Recruitment Module Cloud Service presentation and live demonstration. Uh, I understand some of you guys are based in US and it's pretty late in the night out there. So without waiting any more time, we will start with the presentation. I'll give a quick brief about JUPITEC and then we will get into more details of capabilities and discuss features of Oracle Taleo Recruitment, also known as Talent Acquisition Cloud Service product. Towards the end of the presentation, I will do a system demonstration to review some of the features discussed so you can see how the product works. So let's get started. About JUPITEC, established in the year 2008, we are an Oracle Gold partner and based in Perth, Australia. We provide HCM consulting services specializing in Oracle HCM Cloud and on-premises solutions consulting. We are an Australian company with global delivery capabilities, and all our HCM implementation consultants are actually Oracle certified on respective HCM modules. Our areas of focus, we provide Oracle HCM Cloud Solutions Consulting, System Implementation, Upgrades, and Managed Support Services on Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud, Oracle Talent Management Cloud, Performance and Goal Management, and Oracle Taleo Enterprise Recruitment and Onboarding Solutions. On the e-business suite side, we provide HRMS and payroll consulting services, including system implementation and upgrades. Our industry experience of our resources include public sector, government, oil and gas, construction and engineering, financial services, employer services, insurance services, and telecommunication industry. So let's look into some of the key features of the Oracle Taleo Recruitment Cloud Service, which is the number one recruitment solution in the market. Leading organizations worldwide use Oracle Taleo Recruitment Cloud Service solution to increase recruitment and process efficiencies, attract right talent, and improve quality of hire, and cut recruitment costs. We'll look into each of these features one by one. So the first one, anywhere, anytime recruiting. Being a cloud product, the recruiters, hiring managers, and candidates can access the product anywhere and anytime. The second one, social sourcing. This feature allows customers to source all types of candidates and tap into the power of social networking using a rich set of sourcing tools. It enables recruiters, employees, and candidates to share jobs across hundreds of social network sites, including LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. It helps customers expand their reach to hire the best talent and improve the effectiveness of social sourcing. The internal employees can take their network onto the LinkedIn or Facebook or any social site to bring in employee referral. Customers in return enjoys an instant return on their investment, and they can lower recruitment cost and tap into millions of passive and active candidates that way. The third one is the reporting and analytics. This provides access to the information from all parts of Oracle Taleo Enterprise Cloud Service into the data and information. So using standard reports and flexible report writing tools available within the product, customers can track compliance, recruiter efficiencies, and sourcing effectiveness. The recruiters and managers can analyze and understand key competencies, tenures, and source of your top performance and high potential employees. That can feed back into your recruitment process so that you can improve the quality of your hires. Screening and assessments. The features allows customers to do background screening or drug screening or do any specific job assessments or tests prior to hiring candidates. Interview and offer management. Recruiters and managers can set up interviews, enable managers to quickly find the information they need with the intuitive tools for conducting effective interviews and making compelling offers. Recruiters can manage all types of offer letters using the offer management. All offers made to the candidates during recruitment are also stored in the system as system of record and can be referred back to any time. Employment branding and career sites. Customers can also enhance their employment brand and candidate experience with unlimited tailored career sites using product for both internal and external candidates, leading to an intuitive consumer-like experience throughout the recruiting process. Precision matching. Using the feature, you can search and find candidates in your talent pools quickly by name, skill, assessment results, or any fuzzy logic you can think of. It's a very good feature. You can create, save, and share complex searches, confident that they're fully compliant. Applicant tracking and compliance. The feature allows customers to easily and consistently track candidates through the hiring process to ensure they meet the fair hiring practices applicable in laws around the world. For example, equal employment opportunity (EEO) in United States, local data privacy and employment laws applicable in your region. The product collects necessary compliance related information from the candidates which the customer can report on. Proven integration. The system provides integration tools to integrate the Taleo recruitment with customers' core HR systems. I understand you're using Oracle SCM Fusion Cloud Service. So just to let you know, the Taleo Recruitment provides out-of-the-box integration solution with HCM Fusion Cloud Service. All you need to do is just enable the integration following the steps. Also, customers have the flexibility of plugging in solutions and content from hundreds of other certified partners for assessments, background checks, employment branding, surveys, tax screening, drug screening, and a lot more. So you've got a lot of functionality there. The slide here highlights some key benefits to different types of people or groups within your organization. For internal employees, it gives better visibility on companies' hiring activities. Your internal staff can see the roles, opportunities available within your organization, which departments or areas of business, their opportunities, the details of the roles, etc. As they can see all information within the company's internal external career portals. It does actually save a lot of time and enhances overall productivity. Otherwise, generally the employees will be contacting the HR staff to make such inquiries. Better career paths. With information available on companies' advertised positions, the internal staff have the visibility of the skill set required for upcoming roles within the company or what projects are happening. They can get an idea on that. They can align themselves accordingly to have a better career path, set personal goals for development as well. Also, it helps organizations to promote social sourcing. Incentive-based referral arrangements promote social sourcing through internal staff, as staff can take their own network onto social sites and they can share positions available within your business, and you can easily reach out to the hard-to-find talent. Senior executives and managers can effectively plan using the consolidated view of headcounts, budgets, and costs. Also, they can make better decisions using the available embedded reporting and analytics on recruitment data within the system. For example, they can find out hiring trends within the company or any specific business area. They can run reports to identify candidates with specific skill set. For example, identify candidates with Prince2 project management certification or something like that. Or even run a report on candidates who have been hired as fresh graduates within the company to make appropriate decisions. On the HR side, it empowers HR staff using the embedded talent intelligence reports. HR can build better talent pools. They can make effective recruitment decisions to select and hire the best in breed candidates. HR can enhance their recruitment practices to improve efficiency and cut cost. For example, using the sourcing data, they can make analytic based decisions for recruitment activity. They can analyze the sourcing data to plan which forms of sourcing has been more effective within their business. For example, if the traditional approach of newspaper advertising or agency use is not effective when they're comparing with social sourcing options, they can make decisions accordingly. E-signatures. All approvals by senior executives or managers on requisitions and or acceptance by the candidate on any privacy policy, terms and conditions, or acceptance to any background screening by the candidates or any other acceptance or in any form, they're all actually captured as e-signatures in the product. This is by respective parties. So again, a very good feature within the product which reduces a lot of paperwork business for HR staff. The slide here shows typical stages within the recruitment process. We will briefly discuss the system features for each of these stages before looking into the system demonstration today. The recruitment process generally starts with a new position requirement within the business, which basically leads to creating a new job requisition. The associated job advertisement is then post it to source suitable candidates. The third box here is the candidate's interface for submitting their profile and associated application process flow, the forms which they need to submit as part of their application or completing the profile. So once the job application has been received, or HR recruiters can actually start the candidate selection process. That is the screening, interviewing, assessments, and finally making the offer. So that's more of a candidate management. Once the candidate is actually selected, then the onboarding process starts. We will look into the key system features at various stages within the recruitment process and also review some of them during the system demonstration towards the end of the presentation today. So we'll start with the requisition management features. Job requisition. It has got the requisition wizard. It is designed to help navigate employees through the requisition management. Basically guides the user through to complete the requisition within the system. A very good feature. Customers can also use the built-in job requisition templates with pre-populated information like job description, business areas, location of the job, job type, working hours, compensation information is all pre-populated if they're using the templates. The templates actually fastens the overall process of completing the requisition forms, as most information is pre-populated and it's just a matter of specifying or overriding any specific information applicable for the new job requisition. This is a very good feature again. So the requisition forms, the data fields, information to be captured as part of the job requisition submission are fully configurable and it can be easily set up as per the customer requirements. The job description supports various input formats including videos, images, textiles. A lot of companies now provide video links as part of the job advertised so that the candidates can know more about how the day is like at the company, with information on the work culture, existing employee experience at the company. Again, a very useful feature. The recruiters can specify the pre-screening questions as part of the job requisitions to ensure the candidates applying for the job are at least meeting the basic eligibility criteria for the job. The pre-screening questions can be designed like disqualification questions. Example can be related to their work rights or eligibility in a specific country. So for example, if the job is based in US and if the candidate doesn't have the required visa like an H1 or a L1, then these candidates can be automatically filtered through during the initial screening process. The pre-screening questions can be related to any particular skill or a competency, or they can be job specific questions if you want to filter and use that as a disqualification questions. They should be designed in such a way so that the system and the candidates do most of the heavy lifting for the recruiter or a manager who are doing the screening of these candidates, and they don't have to spend much time during the initial phase, screening phase, to filter these candidates during the review of their application. So that's again very good feature. As part of the requisition, the recruiters can actually specify any specific screening or assessments which the candidate must go through through third parties or any specific test to be completed before they can be hired. This can be background screening, drug screening, or any specific job assessments provided by a third party. So the system has got the integration tools. The integrated candidate screening tools works as like a plug and play. So the product offers an ecosystem with over 100 different partners available, providing these integrated solutions for video interviewing, background checking, specific vendor assessment. As a customer, all you need to do is talk to your implementation consultant on your specific screening and assessment requirement and who the vendors are, so that they can include as part of the integration process. In general, it is recommended that the customer use the disqualifications questions to determine the basic eligibility and then apply the screening tools through the third parties to find the precise abilities, certifications, and experience. Requisition approvals. Once the requisition information is entered into the system, the customer may have specific requirements around the approval of the requisitions by senior management before it is posted or advertised. The recruiters, depending on the specific requisition type, they can make manual selection of approvers, tends to be traditional at the requisition level, or the system can be configured to automatically populate the correct user approvers based on organization level for which the new job is being advertised. Your implementations consultants can easily define that. Dynamic approval routing can again be configured based on the advanced context. Again, that's something your implementations consultants can define. Or if you don't have any approval process in a specific condition, recruiters just want to bypass the approval process, they can change the status of the requisition as open. So it can be posted. So now look into the job posting management. Depending on the sourcing options, the recruiters can pick and choose sourcing options as part of as per the requirements for specific job or position. The system provides three broad categories of sourcing options. One is traditional sourcing. You can take advantage of the company internal or external career portals, or use external job boards, or you can use vendor agency portals through your agencies. Social sourcing, share your job requirements within Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Proactive sourcing, we'll discuss that in a bit. So today, well, let's start with the traditional sourcing. So traditional sourcing has got three options: career portals, job boards, and agencies. So you can create as many career portals as you need. This is self-service administration, which means very easy to configure, and customers can easily create one as needed. Recruiters have complete control which requisitions go on which portals, internal or external career sites. Job boards, you have access to about 1600 job boards using eQuest. In simple words, all job boards are connected through eQuest, so easy to manage. It saves a lot of time of the recruiters copying pasting job descriptions over and over between the job boards. So that's very good. So if you're advertising on a Monster or .com and a Seek.com, you don't need to do that again and again. So it's just managed through eQuest. It also eliminates the need to remember multiple logins. So once you define it, which job boards you're using, your consultants can actually set that up, and it'll be all managed through. Auto source tracking, again, it's another feature. So auto populates a source from of the candidate, so which job board they're coming from. Better reporting makes for better source tracking and budget controls. It actually helps the HR people as well. So the other type of traditional sourcing is the agencies, which is very traditional. So recruiters can control which agencies they want to work with for a specific requisition. Agencies are provided with their own agency portals and logins to submit candidates for requisitions assigned. It provides for duplicate checking, so agencies can't submit already known candidates, which is again very good feature. So you can actually configure the system so that agencies can't submit any candidates which are already in your system or submitted through another agency. So it checks for the duplicate. Social sourcing, designed to share job positions with most of the available social network websites like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Google, etc. Again, very useful as discussed before. Proactive sourcing. So your recruiters can actually search candidates to find appropriate candidates based on your keyword or skill search within your own database. Most customers, before even going into the market, will do this search using the inbuilt search tools available within the product. So all fields on a candidate record are searchable, including attachments. So you can do a keyword search like exactly matching what you're after. So if, for example, if you're looking for someone with an Oracle HCM certification or a Prince2 certification, you can actually just type in and you can search in your candidate pool. You can do a related search like a Boolean and or type of a search, or you can do a conceptual search, finding candidates based on related terms instead of exact words. With proactive sourcings, I would like to mention about another feature within the system, which is utilization of folders within the product. It's a great way to share candidates with other recruiters. So if you're a recruiter, you find a candidate has got a very good skill, and you know that the other recruiter is actually looking for someone with a similar profile. You can actually share the candidate's information by using folders, and you can share it with other managers or groups of users if you want. So you can set these folders up and do the sharing of the candidates within your business areas. So also you can put people in talent pools. It's a great way to track and manage your high potential candidates. You can then use specific search within your available talent pools. So that was proactive sourcing. Candidate experience. The career portals are completely customer driven. These portals are 100% configurable and seamless to the users. So customers can enhance their employment brand and candidate experience with unlimited tailored career sites for both internal and external candidates, leading to an intuitive experience. Career portals actually have a great job searching tool so that the candidates don't have to scroll through the long list of jobs. Also, candidates can use the safe search options, that is the RSS connected to safe searches or Facebook connected to safe searches. The application forms sections to be completed by the candidate as part of the candidate profile, or job specific applications are completely configurable again. We will look into the demonstration flow for one of the vanilla application flows. The candidates can also know the status of their application by logging into the career portal interface. The application status is updated automatically when recruiters move candidates through the candidates selection workflow steps. So for example, when someone is moved from a new candidate to a screening stage, or from a screening stage to an interview step or an offer stage, the candidates can actually see the status. The messages or applicant the status displayed to the candidate can be configured as candidate friendly, and therefore that they don't need to see the system statuses. The design is to relieve the recruiter from constant phone calls from candidates asking for status updates. So this is a very good feature again. So we'll move on to the candidate management side. Features. Candidate selection workflow. The system supports multiple candidate selection workflows, process steps based on job type, location, line of business, or job template, etc. I mean, you can have multiple workflows within the system that way. And automatic correspondence can be configured for the candidates at every stage or step of the recruitment process within the candidate selection workflow. They are again fully configurable as per customer requirements. The system also has got some very good filtering options used as part of the candidate screening process, or to even produce reports required by senior executives and recruiters. So the system provides quick filters to filter candidates by all internal candidates, or by candidates who have come through internal referrals, or by pre-screening questions which we discussed before, or any custom filters can be configured. You can also compare candidates as a recruiter or a line manager or an executive. You can actually compare candidates. This feature is like shopping for cameras on Amazon. The system displays side-by-side comparison of candidates, and you can also pin a candidate for later review if you like. System provides with options to schedule and manage interview process using intuitive tool. That's again very good feature. Offer management. The candidate offer pages are completely configurable for different types of offers. The system keeps a record history of all offers submitted to a candidate. Offer letters can be completely dynamic because it uses a paragraph based design, which helps cut down the maintenance of offer letters. That actually helps HR as well, so they don't need to really manage that number of letters. It uses a paragraph based design. We'll now briefly look into the onboarding stage features. Onboarding processes are highly configurable again within the system. You can have multiple onboarding workflows to support the different onboarding processes. You can have multiple onboarding portals as well to support different look and feel for specific area of business within your organization. Also, I would like to mention here that candidates don't need a different login to access onboarding portal. They can use the same login which they had used to make an application. Now looking at the final part, which is the reporting and analytics. The reports are real time, so you don't need to wait for a nightly download or snapshot of the database. Core standard reports are actually delivered out of the box. About embedded reporting, the system has a simple and easy to use reporting tool to build any custom reports in the system to on all the recruiting data, and users are able to import, customize, and run reports directly in the Taleo Recruiting Center. We will now do a quick short system demonstration on the product before we can conclude the session today. We are now logged into Oracle Taleo Enterprise Recruitment Cloud Service as a recruiter. This is the recruiter view of dashboard. I would like to mention the dashboard here is very vanilla, and this can be completely configured as per customer requirements. Even the logos can be changed and the look and feel can be modified. The dashboard displays all the vital tasks which a recruiter needs to do for the recruitment activity. That includes different channels, requisitions, candidates, offers, onboarding transitions, and any specific task information to be completed by the recruiter or the user. The requisition channel displays information on the requisitions with the, for example, any draft requisitions, any open requisitions which are ready to source on, any filled requisitions, and information. The candidate channel displays information on the filter list of candidates the user owns. It includes information on ACE candidates, which are perfect match for the requisition, any new candidates, any candidates in selection process on open requisitions, and any manually matched candidates. Quick view of new candidates which have been applied online can also be deployed here. Offers channel, it is actually it's not displaying any information, but the offers channel displays information on draft offers, any offers with pending approvals or currently under review, or any rejected offers will be displayed in this section here. The tasks are of two types. For the user, they can be system generated tasks, or they can be actual person tasks created by themselves. So the tasks assigned to me, these are the system generated tasks, and the all staffing tasks can be, these are related, these are person created tasks. We will now quickly create a job requisition within the system to see the functionality available as part of the requisition stage of the recruitment cycle. Creating a requisition is a function of one's user's permission. Any authorized user can create a requisition. There are many ways a requisition can be created. Requisitions can be duplicated, imported, or created by using a simple wizard, which we'll be discussing now. To start the process, click on Create Requisition. So these are the various requisition types. Again, we can configure these as per the customer requirement. We'll just select professional here and keep moving. The user can actually enter a job title or a job code in the requisition template field. This will pre-populate the requisition form with the job details from the template. So, however, if the user isn't sure which job code or title to select, the template library can be opened by clicking the selector button. This opens a search window that enables the user to find a desired job titles. Just select this one. The system allows users with specific preferences to help automatically populate commonly used data. So if this recruiter is actually working with specific hiring managers, they can actually set up their own preferences. But at this stage, because it's coming up blank, I will just populate administrator as say the user we are logged in as. Click next. So the organization, location, and job function can be populated automatically based on the requisition template. At the moment, that template did not actually had that by defaulted in the template within the template. So we need to populate that as well. So I'll just quickly select an organization and a primary location. Just quickly select business unit. Primary location could be Adelaide, or just click continue. So just on that, the organization, location, job functions can be automatically populated based on the requisition template. These are critical data elements to which user group, workflow, and other content will be associated with and automatically populated, like I said before. So upon clicking the save button at the top of the form, the system automatically assigns the requisitions a unique requisition ID. Now, at the moment it's come back with the recruiter not being populated. I'll just put it recruiter as assigned. So we'll come back to the requisition form to see the fields available. I've just saved it, the requisition. So once it is saved, it goes actually into the draft status for further editing. And then we can subsequently have approve routing and posting in this. So quickly look at the requisition. So how to effectively navigate through the requisition form. Now most of the data fields are actually populated from the job template which we selected. So we can actually now edit the requisition itself by using this table of content. So if I can actually say the majority of the information will be automatically populated, like in selection workflow, the budget for the requisition, and if there is any sourcing budget we can specify here, travel cost, any employee referral bonus activated for the social sourcing, any other costs, the compensation information for the position, minimum maximum salary yearly on the yearly basis, relocation amount if any compensation like annual bonus or sign-on bonus information can go in as well. Job posting description, we'll come back to this one. So before that I actually want to mention something. So clients have the ability to design the requisition and candidate forms and place content in any order desired. So they have full complete control on what what order or what information or what fields they wanted as part of the requisition form. That's completely configurable. We will not look into each and every field available within requisition form, but I would like to cover the key aspects and the features available within the requisition. If you recall from a presentation, we had something called pre-screening, and cover that in a bit. So structured pre-screening is one of the most important features and long-time differentiators for the Oracle Taleo application customers. Structured pre-screening gives clients a configurable, consistent, and defensible way of automating the screening process and reducing time to hire by helping the recruiter identify the more qualified candidates quickly and efficiently. So we can have, if you recall, we can have disqualification questions included as part of the pre-screening. We can have the job-specific skills or competencies included as part of the pre-screening, or we can have any other questions. So here are some examples of disqualification questions, skills, and competencies, and any other questions to be included as part of the pre-screening. The recruiters can assign a specific weightage to each of these questions. They can actually include any valid responses, and based on that they can screen the candidates. These disqualification questions are also available as filters when they will be as part of the candidate management, which we'll be looking at very soon. Just wanted to mention the competencies which are included as part of the job requisition. They can be later be used as part of the performance reviews and development activities, providing a common language of talent across all phases of talent management. We will now edit the job description, which was populated from the template itself. The recruiters may want to edit the internal job description or external job description going onto the career portals. So click on edit for this requisition, and we will scroll down and we'll go to Just for information, everything is actually auto-populated from the template which we selected before. All the information, and recruiters can actually override any of the information as part of the requisition. So this is the job posting description. So that's the external description is for the external career sites, and internal description is for the internal career sites. So, or portal, sorry. So you can actually enlarge this section and to have an enlarged view. So you have the options of uh, textiles, images, it supports videos, so that's an image. If you want to insert an image, you can actually insert any external links if you wanted, or if you want to do normal bold and underline, if you want to do, you can do that as well. So once you want to, if you want to exit the enlarge view, you can just click OK. And like you can see, for the internal description, we actually have an image here, and you can include video links as well. So multi-level pre-screening, we've already seen that. Skills, questions, these are job-specific questions. Weightage, we've already seen that. So screening partner services. So recruiters can actually add screening services as part of the requisition using the screening and partner services, this section here. They can include video interviewing, background checking, any third-party vendor assessments. They're all plug and play. It's a solution exchange, and there are about 100 different partners which it can integrate with, as mentioned in the presentation before. So once the recruiter has completed entering the information as part of the requisition, then the recruiter may want it to submit for approvals, depending on the approval methods used by the business. They actually have number of options for approval. So system may automatically populate the actual approvers based on the department or organization. It depends on the implementation requirements. Recruiters can actually add additional approvers if they want, and they can just select, and they must provide comments as required. Please approve as urgent requirement, and the recruiter can also bypass the approvals by putting the requisition in the open status. Now, because we've already approved this one, so we don't see that option. So what we'll do is in the meantime, I'll also show you how to duplicate a requisition. So this button here, you can actually use this to duplicate a requisition. And all you need to do is, once it's duplicated, you can actually save it, and then I will show you the option how to bypass approvals. So this is the new duplicated requisition. You can see that it's in the draft stage. All you need to do is just save and close, and that will create a new requisition. So that's got a new requisition here. So you can actually bypass the approvals by putting it in the save as open status. You don't actually need to go through the approval steps. You can just save as open. You can put the comments if you like, just done, and that will change the status as open. And the details, status details will be automatically approved. So that's how you can actually bypass the approvals. So once the requisition is actually approved and is in the open status, it is ready to be posted. You can see the posting and sourcing tab here. Recruiters can come onto this section and actually post the requisitions on job boards, external or internal career sites. They can put the requisition for staffing agents if you're using any agencies or any other sources. So once the job is actually posted onto the external career section or any job board, the potential candidates can actually apply to the job. I'm actually logged in as one of the candidates, and this is a very vanilla look and feel of the career section. Again, this is very much configurable as per the customer requirements. You can have this can be completely configured as per customer own website, and the experience is really seamless for the end users. So I want to just go through some of these sections, features available as part of the career sections. So that's a basic search. Candidates can actually search based on the job, location, organization, or they can do a keyword search depending on, for example, they're looking for an accounting or a financial position, they can just type it in there. They have advanced search options on the job, which will include more criterias like posting dates, urgent jobs, if the job has been advertised an urgent job, type of the job, whether it's a full-time, part-time, if it's a shift job, what the day shift, evening shift, or on-call, or employee status like a regular or a contract, or a job level based on job type, education level, and depending on the travel. Again, all this is actually pretty much is configurable, and what I'm showing you here is actually very vanilla out of the box configuration. If the candidates have already submitted their profile and not really on a specific job, then this section will actually show them any new opportunities, any new jobs which are available, which have been advertised, and they're actually matching their profile, and they will see that on that page. And the candidates can actually share it onto the social network using this share button here. They can also submit their friend's profile using this section of submit a friend's profile. Again, this depends on the company requirements, and then how they've designed the Taleo system, so whether they are actually giving that option to the candidates. All jobs, again, what are the jobs available? So that'll show them accountant, which we have actually just posted. So I'll click on that one, and I want to show you what the application process flow looks like. So that shows them job description. Click on apply online, and that will show them the various sections. So that's the first section, which is the welcome, eligibility question. These are the pre-screening questions. If you recall, we had discussed them, which recruiters can filter on later once the application has been submitted by the candidate. Eligibility questions, which are the pre-screening questions. Resume parsing, which will basically allow candidates to submit their resume. Personal information, which is pretty much personal information. Resume, attachments, qualification questions, which could be your disqualification questions. You can have it here. Again, all of these sections are configurable, and you may pick and choose which sections do you want. Again, and your application process can be as simple as just submitting a resume and getting an e-signature from the candidate, or it could be very detailed and comprehensive, like including pre-screening questions. Depending on the requirement, depending on the job, you can actually include that as part of the requisition. And that's final step is review and submit. So you can actually have your privacy and your any consent requirements related to the background checking and everything. You can actually have it included as part of the overall application process. So that's on the application flow and the candidate application. So I'm now logged back into Oracle Taleo Enterprise Recruitment system as a recruiter, and this is the dashboard view. So I can actually access the candidates who have applied for the jobs, either directly going through a requisition, or I can access from the candidates, or I can access through these links here. So I'll go and access the candidates who have applied for the job through the requisitions. So this section shows me all the requisitions and various status of the requisitions. I'll actually look into the first one here, which is 7 candidates have applied, and click on that one. So these are the various candidates who have applied for this requisition. I can see the candidate's information by clicking on the candidate and see their basic profile, work experience, candidate personal information, all of the details here. I think I can see the attachments. I can actually these attachments here. I can actually schedule any task for myself, or if as a recruiter I can create other task here, task 2, and give it a due date, set a reminder one day before the day, call the candidate to discuss profile after review by the hiring manager. I can say in progress, and I can save and close. The related to information will be automatically populated. That's the candidate information, and I can go back to the candidate information. So that was on the candidate information. I can actually also schedule interviews if I want to, and I just want to show you the interviews section here. It's very easy to use. So interviews and evaluation requests, I can create an interview, what type of interview, like a one-on-one or a panel interview, how many one-on-one interview would you like to schedule for this candidate. You can specify that. I'll just specify one here, and I can include the participants who are going to be part of it, and that's the name of the candidate, the time, any questionnaires to be included, which are already pre-built, which are defined, and I can check the availability of the people who are in there. I can actually specify the correspondence language and any details to be populated. File sharing, which files to be sent to the participants, can you file to file only the file can be, any specific attachments can be included as well. So we'll be back on the candidates. These icons here, they actually have some significance. So this is basically says that it's an internal candidate. This actually says an agency a candidate, you know, these three here. And again, it shows where the candidates are actually within the actual candidate selection flow. So this step actually gives us the information what stage of the interview or the candidate selection process each of these candidates are. So we can see these 4 here are actually in the new, and this one is actually in the interview stage, and it's actually already on the offer stage here. And that's the one in the manager view. You can actually apply filters here as well, you know, just because these are the various stages within the candidate selection workflow, and you can actually filter based on that as well. The other filters we have, actually you can actually filter the candidates based on internal, refer, requiring attention. So this one is, this flag actually says candidate submission requiring attention, you know, for a reason, and that's the reason it's flagged that way. This is based on the disqualification questions which we have, you know, as part of, if we have as part of the requisition and the candidate, we can review based on the candidate responses based on that one. So these, if there's a star on against on any candidate, then that's actually the ace candidate based on the requirements which we had included as part of the requisition itself. So they are the most appropriate candidates. That's actually, if you see a star on any candidate, then they are the most suitable candidates for a requisition, and then the recruiter can actually assess their application accordingly, and they can filter based on that as well. So this actually indicates where they are coming from, what is the source of the candidates, and that actually helps the recruiters and the senior management using the sourcing data, and they can actually accordingly plan the recruiting activities based on a specific job requisition types. The recruiters can actually access the LinkedIn profile of the individual directly by clicking on this button here, and so once the candidate is here, they can actually take appropriate actions. So they can actually compare two candidates if they want to by clicking on these two, and they can actually say compare. So this screen here shows you the comparison between these two candidates based on job level, education level, schedule. So these are different criteria and, you know, parameters you can specify for comparison. This is work experience, education, certifications. You can actually take actions on the candidates right from here. You can change the step or status, or you can progress them within the candidate selection workflow as needed by the recruiter. So you can actually update what's a new step. So you can say it's a new step is an interview, and you can say it's to be scheduled and just say save and close. And that will move them to the interview stage after the manager screening. So they have progressed here. They can actually change the status of this person here to actually move it to start the because they've been already in the offer stage, and they can start the onboarding new hire stage here. So very good features of comparing and taking actions, and you can specify the comments. The system actually allows you to specify comments and record the actual discussion between the managers, hiring managers, senior executives at the requisition level or at the candidate level as well. I'm actually back on the same page, which is the candidates who have applied for this requisition here. Just to show you quick filters, you can actually filter again, by internal referred, recurring attention, or by submissions, or you can actually who are the ACE candidates or who are actually meeting your full requirements, or you can actually specify by the location within 10 miles, or or by steps as mentioned before. So you don't need to really compare the candidates to actually change the status or step within the candidate selection workflow. You can actually just select the candidate, and actually you can take the step here as well. Change step or status. It's the same screen which okay, so it's the same. You can do that here as well. I'd shown you before. And you can also access the candidates which are not which are basically the pool. Here you will see all the candidates. You can actually see the global. You can select again the candidates you own on a global basis, or all candidates, which will actually show you. So it's showing too many matches, so we need. This is basically asking us to specify a filter. Again, I can specify internal candidates. This will actually show us all the candidates, whether they're attached to any requisition or they've actually just submitted the profile. And again, we can actually take actions from here by actually putting them onto the another requisition. If so, they have, for example, this candidate is applied to this requisition, we can actually link them to another specific requisition. We can actually, we know if there is another recruiter who is looking for similar candidates, you can actually just pick the requisition from here and you can attach it. So very easy to use the system on the candidate management side. I understand we are running short of time, so before we conclude our session, I would like to show you the reporting tool. It's called Oracle Business Intelligence, very fancy name for reporting. This section here, I've actually taken a snapshot of some of the standard reports which are available out of the box, and you can actually pick and choose, but these are not the only ones. There are a lot more reports available out of the box which you can use as per your business requirements, or you can tailor them to create new custom reports. So this one here is showing a view of what are the open requisitions. I've not applied any filters actually in these, so this is showing there are 45 open requisitions currently open. There are 6 recruiters, 6 requisitions per recruiter, 45 average open days, active apps, new apps. It's showing the open requisition by different businesses, organizations, and the aging, average aging by the business, different business areas as well. So that's the candidate pipeline. So new incomplete, that's what stages they are in, and you can actually see if I just play this one. Sorry, it'll actually show you the trends for the percent A's candidates and what are the minimum requirements met. And this changes at various stages. I'll go back and I'll show you some of the recruiting summary analytics. Again, not applied any filters as such, but I've got a filter so you can see the source type. So what are the different sources and what percentage of candidates you're actually using. So it's a social network service, job boards, the company website, through the referrals, and that's the conversion, all submissions completed, reviewed, and hired by percentages, and the requisition activity as well, open, filled, on hold, and the recruiter productivity. So how many days or average time to hire for internal or external candidates here, the fill period, and the offer success rate as well. So sourcing analysis, so which source types have been more effective, you can actually, this is another, some of the reports available here. You can actually see what the top sources are and what the stage conversion is, source efficiency, top 5 source trends by stage, and the open requisitions reward analysis. So this is actually more like a tabular format here. So open, on hold, and these are your recruiters. Yeah. So that was some of the features within Oracle Taleo Recruitment solution. I'm unfortunately out of time. If you have any specific questions, please see my contact details. You can directly email it to me on the email address given. You also have my mobile number. I also have your contact details, so should not be a problem. Thank you everyone for your time, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.